Miss Johnson's third grade students are having a very hard time focusing and staying on task throughout the school day. They tell Miss Johnson that they are bored while simply listening and taking notes for the duration of the school day. This is when Miss Johnson realizes that there has been a lack of hands-on activity throughout her classroom. Parents and educators are frustrated with the decline of experimental learning in schools.
Being hands-on is especially important in the classroom because it allows students to engage in kinesthetic learning. Studies have shown that kinesthetic learning, where a student carries out physical activities rather than listening to a lecture, is the most popular type of learning with students. Doing helps them gain a better understanding of the material. It allows students to experiment with trial and error, learn from their mistakes, and understand the potential gaps between theory and practice. And most important, it provides educators with a unique opportunity to enrich the minds of their students in new and engaging ways. To incorporate experimental learning into her classroom, Ms. Johnson could create a makerspace. A makerspace is as simple as space designed and dedicated to hands-on creativity. The key thing here is the students actually make something. Creativity is sometimes an idea generation and it's sometimes problem solving. But in a makerspace, students are actually going to create some kind of product. It could be a digital product, it could be a physical product, but there is an actual product. So you're not going to say design an event or a service project. That's not what a makerspace is for. It's a space devoted to and differentiated, set up for making. Makerspaces encourage students to try, fail, and try again. Ms. Johnson can follow 5 steps to create a makerspace for her classroom. Step 1 is to study up and network. Start by picking up a few reading materials you can reference all year. Whatever your budget or makerspace dream, there is a lot of support available to make it a reality. Step 2 is to bring the outside world in. Ask your community for help. Makerspaces can use everything from cardboard boxes to office supplies to popsicle sticks. Come up with a list of projects and necessary supplies. Then, deliver the list to local businesses, local cafes, put it on social media, and think about parents too. Also, bringing in members of the community for maker demos and class project bridges the gap between classroom learning and the outside world. Step 3 is to turn any space into a makerspace and give time to explore. Take a good look, walk around your school, noting where you could easily manipulate the space to offer the chances for low-stakes, creative STEM-based learning and for bigger group projects too. Step 4 is to start a design challenge practice. Once you've got a makerspace assembled, commit to making creativity and innovation routine in your school by hosting regular design challenges. Whether weekly, monthly, or once a semester, design challenges events can quickly build maker momentum in your school community. The goal is to get students engaged in design thinking, collaboration, and problem solving. Finally, step 5 is to get creative with curriculum. Maker education should connect to classroom learning. Consider ways to incorporate maker projects into your everyday unit lesson plans as well as long-term projects. Embedding maker culture into curriculum learning creates a long-term practice with measurable outcomes. There are many benefits that come from makerspaces. Students learn at a deeper level and retain more when they are engaged in creative thinking connected to the subject. To be more successful throughout their life, students need to be able to engage in creative and critical thinking. They need to know how to pivot, how to change, and how to revise. They need to solve complex problems, and all of these are involved in that maker mindset. If you can embed that maker mindset inside of the curriculum and tap into the standards that you are teaching, then they are able to develop that maker mindset. The space is just the platform that facilitates it. And here's an example of a design challenge that Ms. Johnson could use. This design challenge involves recycling technology into a robot made by students. This picture is a sample of a sketch that could come from a student. The student sketched a robot made out of a shoebox, a couple keyboards, and circuits. Thank you for watching.